Ooh, there's a new take on the pop and lock.
I'm glad you caught that. I'm glad you caught that.
You didn't take it, Brett. Hey, everybody, I'm Chris.
I'm Brett.
And we're going to do something weird today. We're going to react to K-pop. I also don't know much about it, and I feel like there's certain things that we might get just roasted in the comments if we say certain things.
We will definitely get roasted.
So the boy band comment, I don't know if you're allowed to say that or not. But
really? Oh, okay. Well, we'll find out. You can let us know. Seriously, I'm at a decided disadvantage because, first of all, I'm older. I grew up in the 70s where I was into Kiss. Okay, so that's where I started.
Kiss pop.
And then and ended up being like a progressive rock guy. So I'm at a disadvantage. I have a feeling. So forgive me for being naive, but I am open to what I do. I am open to all different kinds of music. And
so we're gonna react to BTS, DNA, K-pop. First, I mean, we're like we reacted to NF, which you didn't know much about. I knew a ton about. Neither one. We're going to this.
Okay, we're both going in blind, flying in blind. Here we go.
We'll see what happens.
No instruments, no nothing.
Not listening to lyrics.
All right. Will the lyrics be on it, I wonder?
Yeah.
Oh, that helps. Okay.
I don't know if they're going to be. I don't even know if it's in Korean.
All right. If the lyrics are in Korean, that will not be helpful. Okay.
We got subtitles, so hopefully those.
Well, that part's cool. Is that part of the video? Oh, okay. That was awesome. Already, it's not what I expected.
Yeah.
And it's a cool look. I mean, the chemical looking things.
See, if this was an NF thing, I'd be waiting for that beat to drop. I'm like, I'm ready for that.
It sounds like an opening to an NF song.
Yeah. All right. Oh, there we go. Surprisingly, that's how you dressed in the 70s.
Well, maybe. But,
all right. Sorry. I guess this is the band. Here they are. I do. It's. Oh, drop some religious stuff. What?
Oh, I didn't know. I didn't notice he was dropping religious stuff because I'm the one that doesn't pay attention to lyrics.
Oh yeah,
but he's singing Korean and it's translating, correct?
Yes.
Or is it okay?
It's
I
not
just wanted to make sure I wasn't crazy. Okay, I didn't know. But is it wrong to say boy band? Because that's what it is.
No,
right?
I think we could say it, and then we might get roasted for it. But let's say boy band.
Okay, because that was what my kids grew up with, and I was used to that. And now I will say I love the creativity and like all the color and the place where they are and the setting and the mix between real and digital and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah, it goes back and
I
forth.
get the appeal of that.
But yeah, I mean, it seems like a love song, crossing our paths. But commandments of religion, where to go? I lost it. Providence of the universe. So it's saying like we're meant to be together so much that it's the commandments of religion. Like that's how important our love is for each other.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I mean, he said it's in my DNA. Like he's talking about like he's like you are the most important thing. At first sight, I could recognize you as if we were calling for each other. The DNA in my blood vessels. It tells me this is you I was looking for.
So your job is to analyze the lyrics. I was just looking at all the cool-looking paintings and stuff and the dancing and listening to the music. So you would think it'd be the other way around since I'm the seasoned pastor, but that's not it.
But I can see why girls really like this because
absolutely,
he's saying this is the DNA. We were so meant to be together that the universe put us in this place.
That's a good line. Got to admit it. Yeah, the providence of the universe.
Commandments of religion.
Yeah, I have a good point about that here. We'll let it go on a little more. I think I've got a good point to make.
All right, well, let's see what happens.
Here it comes. Wow, that's cool. I really like that a lot. I keep looking at the visuals. Yeah, infinite centuries on.
Yeah, from the universe's creation, from the day of the universe's creation and on, through the infinite centuries and on. Like, so it's talking about like this was meant to be.
It sounds more grandiose, poetic than you might have gotten from a boy band, say, back in the 90s or early 2000s. I mean, it seems like. I mean, using words like Providence and all that.
Bye. Yeah. I mean, yeah, because, yeah, it's, I mean, they use the word.
But I'm looking at the visuals are super impressive. I like that a lot.
From the day of the universe's creation and on. So you said you had a point? Or you?
Well, okay, so we're talking about God, religion, and providence and all this. South Korea is considered, at least it was a few years back, was the most Christianized country in the world. Oh. And it had been a completely, primarily Buddhist country not very long ago, maybe 100 years ago. And it converted over to Christianity. And I kind of wonder how much of that, America is that very Christianized place and ends up having music like this and videos like this. I'm just curious if there's a connection somehow, because that is their civilization, big time.
So, like, you're talking about Buddhist roots, but also some Christian.
But definitely Christian roots now, because it has, South Korea has the largest churches in the world. There's several of them. It has the largest church in the world, but it also has several others. Oh, known fact. And they have to be. Their lyrics seems like would come from.
Maybe he's singing about his relationship with the Lord.
He could be.
I don't think so.
You never know. Maybe that was Mom's thinking of it.
But from the day of the universe's creation.
Yeah. But there's a very strong possibility that their parents are at least Christians, that generation. Yeah. Okay.
Oh, yeah. Okay, sorry, that was a great dance break there, but
well, they're great dancers.
So
I think that's part of the appeal, I guess.
I see. That's what I always like about those concerts when they dance, and then afterward, like the people that are out of breath. Because I watched it was like a Christian pop band one time, and the lady like danced and was singing and all this stuff, and then she got done and like took another microphone, even though she had a headpiece, and was singing. It was like, she was like way out of shape. It was like breathing heavy. I was like, how come we didn't hear that in singing earlier?
There might be something going on there. Yeah.
All right, so there was an interesting line here. It says through infinite centuries and on, in the previous life and maybe the next one.
Oh, okay.
One too. Yeah. So that's where like maybe some of that Buddhist roots.
So much from that Christian theory. Yeah. Okay.
But
he's pulling on those different traditions. That's where we get our language, especially of poetry. We get it from our religious background, just do in one form or the other.
Yeah, and so, but he's saying like all of this is not coincidence. Like this whole thing, like we're meant to be together. Like even. Like our love is going to transcend like this life and the next. And I think I could see the appeal of this, but it's also like this almost false way of viewing life sometimes, because we look at like love as like this thing that's so awesome and beautiful, and we think like this is the one. But then when they break up later.
Yeah, which and especially when you're really young, it's happened to me a lot. It's 3 weeks later. So that could be a.
But I mean, and these are attractive young men and singing these songs about like we're meant to be together through all our lifetimes and all this stuff, and so I can see the appeal.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, next week you may be wearing one of those sweaters.
I want it this love. I want it little love. 난 너에게만 집중해 좀 더 세게 나를 꺼내 태초의 DNA가 널 원하는데 이건 필연이야 I love it 우리만이 true love it 그녀를 볼 때마다 서술과 책에 놀라 신기하게 자꾸만 숨이 멎는 참 이상한 설마 이런 게 말로만 듣던 사랑이란 감정일까 애초부터 내 심장은 널 향해 두니까 걱정하지 말라 이 모든 건 우연이 아니니까 우리 완전 달라 baby 운명을 찾아낸 둘이니까 우주가 생긴 그날부터 계속 몸안의 세계를 넘어서 계속 우리 전생에도 아마 땀생에도 영원히 함께니까 모든 건 우연이 아니니까
Ooh, there's a new take on the pop and lock.
I'm glad you caught that. I'm glad you caught that.
You didn't take it, Brett. So yeah, so they talk a lot about this love that's so deep and so like. But here's
What are you getting at, Chris?
Well, because the difference, it says this emotion that we're feeling, but like a lot of times, like when you view love as just this emotion, you can fall out of love very quickly. Like because being in pastoral ministry for a long time, I'm sure you've heard like marriages where like, well, I love her, but I'm not in love with her. And you're like, what does that mean? It's like, well, you just don't have that feeling, right? And so I think that's where some of this is very appealing, because as a teenager, like you want that feeling, right? You want, this person,
For that matter, everybody does, yeah.
Yeah.
But there's a neurological thing that actually happens. They talked about that. When you first get into a relationship, you do experience like all these endorphins kind of going off in your brain, and it literally over time, but it does go down. I mean, that's just a physiological thing that you can't help, and your relationship evens out. And that's why you have to build your relationship in some other ways to keep it steady instead of just from crashing, because a lot of people get disillusioned by that. So that is, but it's funny how universal that is. It goes all the way back to the Song of Songs. I mean, there's just, it's a part of who we are. And someone said, even though marriage has a kind of a bad reputation these days, it will always exist because people always make those pronouncements to one another. I want to be with you forever. That's just how we talk, and we can't help it whenever we fall in love with somebody.
Till death do us part.
Yeah,
like it's that.
Found the destiny in you, in the past life and the coming life. I'm always going to be with you until I am not in the mood to be anymore, because my endorphins are going down. I mean, it's just how it goes.
All right, let's keep going.
That was cool.
운명을 찾아낸 우리니까 후회하지 마라 baby 영원히 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 함께니까 걱정하지 말라 모든 건 우연히 열리니까 넌 완전 달라 baby 운명을 찾아낸 둘이니까
Well, dancing there was very cool. Did a good job. Yeah.
Oh, see it? Like,
Oh, it really was over. I thought it was just one of those dramatic pauses that we've got fooled by before in an NF thing before.
Waiting for it for more. But I mean, I really like that video.
Yeah, the video itself was very cool. Musically, it's not really my thing because it's very, very techno, and it's all.
You hate. You hate rap. You hate everything that doesn't have cool guitars.
But I have the excuse. I'm old, and everybody can slam on me all they want. But I mean, I get the appeal for sure.
Yeah.
And whoever's doing that was excellent at what they did. So I'll give them that.
And BTS is one of the top. I do know that.
Okay, yeah. Well, they deserve to be in that genre for sure. I get that.
Yeah. So hey, thanks.
Yeah,
hey,
thanks a lot.
If you're a K-pop fan, let us know what we should react to next, because we really have no idea. There's, I mean, one person that goes to our church told us to react to this.
Talk to the clueless people.
Yes,
that's
so
great.
help us out. But thanks for joining us, and we'll see what happens after this.